Hey y'all, welcome to Cooking with 𝐾𝐧𝙬. I am Patina 𝐾𝐧𝙬, and today I'm making a homemade creme fraiche. What is creme fraiche, you ask? Well, it is French for fresh cream. And in comparison to sour cream, both are cultured cream products, but creme fraiche is thicker and creamier with at least 30% butter fat, whereas sour cream has 10%. Therefore, it's going to be richer and it's more stable when it's heated, so it's going to melt smoothly, and it's great for enriching sauces and soups or for baking, for hot dishes. While sour cream, it usually will curdle when it's heated, and so it's better for cold dishes like dips and dressings or dolloped onto warm dishes once it's already served. And the flavor has a slightly nutty, tangy, and less sour flavor than sour cream. It's definitely milder. So it's going to have a more buttery, velvety texture. It's going to be a smooth and rich sauce. And it makes the ideal pairing for delicate crab. So it's rich, but it's going to melt into a thin, light, tangy sauce that doesn't take over like other pasta sauces. So it says you can find it in the dairy aisle. Now, it's saying to get some creme fraiche, and I don't see it. It said to look in the dairy aisle, so you can make your own. But I didn't see it, and I wasn't finna just go all over looking for it. So I'm gonna make some. I be trying to do some stuff a little different, so I'm not making it the whole thing just like theirs. But I did make some crab linguine once before, and I like my stuff a little more creamier. So that's why I'm doing it this way this time. I don't want to just overwhelm it and just swimming in sauce. But, I'm going to try this, see what happens. All right, so here are the ingredients for the creme fraiche. It's just some heavy whipping cream and some buttermilk. And I got my measuring things, and I got some mason jars, and I got these from Dollar Tree. This is about 14 ounces. I had one already. I just got 2 additional ones because normally when I do, say like a Alfredo stuff, usually my dishes I have anywhere from 2 to 3 jars of pasta sauce. So I'm gonna make it. I don't know if I'm gonna need it all, but I am just in case. So I'm trying my hand at something different. So it should be simple to make. I think you can substitute the buttermilk for yogurt as well. It was saying, that you got to leave it out and let it thicken at room temperature and check every 12 hours. So it could take 24 hours, 36, 48 hours. I hope not, y'all. That's ridiculous. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. But that's what I'm going to do. With the recipe that I found online, put 2 times the amount. But I know with 1 quart of the heavy whipping cream, since that seems to be most of what the mixture is, that's 32 ounces. And so that would be, about 10.5 ounces in each jar. So this says 1.5 cup to 4.5 teaspoons of buttermilk or plain yogurt. I'm not sure, Oh, and it says in a 12 to 16 ounce can. And so I think this is about 14 ounces. So we gonna go with that. Probably could get away with 2 of them, but I'm going to do 3. Just to be on the safe side, because I don't know what's gonna happen when it expands. I'm gonna see what this 1.5 cup of heavy cream looks like in relation to this 10 ounce, which is my target. And if I need to adjust, I will. And I will put it in the description about what it actually is, if I have to add more than that. So let's see what we got going on. Say 1.5, but I'm gonna try with 1/4 and see if I got any left over. That's 1/4. Then let's see. If we can squeeze out that, and then it might be 1.5. Then we might be at 1.5. Nope. Barely. So this one is just 1 1/4, but these are about 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. So there we go with that. All right, so now we're gonna do the buttermilk. It says about 4.5 teaspoons of buttermilk. See, now they look thicker, so I think we needed some more. Yeah, I don't know if this one got enough of the cream part of the buttermilk. I'm gonna go ahead and do just 5 in each one. That's what I'm gonna do, and hopefully this works. Now stir it up. All right, so now I'm going to seal it off. Make sure it's airtight. I can tell you what it is. When I shook it up and I started getting towards that more curdled part of the buttermilk, that's where the fat is. And I think that's gonna make a difference. So I'm hoping it's take 12 hours. But I got a feeling I probably needed most of that part of the buttermilk in there. So I probably should have poured some out, but we gonna see. And I'm already saying ahead of time, if it ends up taking a long time, I'm already giving advice beforehand that it's probably gonna be pour some of that more liquidy part off and get down to the part that was more chunkier with the buttermilk. Hopefully it works fine. But this is what we got. We're gonna leave it out at room temperature. So it's 9:14 right now. 12 hours will be 9 a.m. because this is at night. So 9:14 a.m. And then I'm gonna check on it and see. And it was saying you kind of just swirl it around and see if it's still liquidy or if it's more thick. So we'll see what's up. Like I said, hopefully I ain't got myself into something. It would have been easier just to make a sauce, but I'm gonna document this just in case anybody wanna make some for themselves, especially if it turns out good. This about how much is moving around when I'm first getting started, just so we can have a basis for comparison when we check on it in 12 hours. All right. Let's see. It's about 2:15, so it's been 17 hours. So let's see if it's thicker. Not really. Not really. Not really, y'all. Not really. Yes, it's still pretty watery, y'all. And it's been 17 hours. Goodness, I hope this is not gonna turn into that 48-hour thing. Lord have mercy. But okay, we'll check on it again. So 17 hours in right now. All right, here we are, 9:15 in the morning the next day. So now we are 36 hours into it. And as you can see, it is definitely thicker. So that's how long it took for me. I covered it up because I didn't know if it said it depends on the temperature in your house, or I don't know if lighting, I don't know, y'all. Because you saw how when at 17 hours, it still was just moving around. But as you can see, it's definitely giving more of a cream consistency. So now the next step is to put it in the fridge, you said, for about 4 hours. And then mix it up, I guess. leave it out, I guess, you know, before using it. But yeah, so it took me a day and a half to get the consistency I needed. Let me put it in the fridge now. This is the creme fraiche. I've had it out here. I haven't even opened it, so it's definitely thick. It has like a light sour creamish kind of smell to it, and this is how it looks. It's definitely thick, and I'm really not a big sour cream person, but I need to taste what it tastes like before I put it in the pasta. So I'm just gonna see slightly what it tastes like. It ain't too bad. It's a little tangy. Okay. But not like, I like it, okay? And it does have that buttery type of taste, like they say. So I can see how when that melts down into the pasta, it's not overpowering. Okay, I see what they talking about. Okay. So that's what it looks like. And then I will show you what it does in the pasta. But that is that. Definitely you see it works because I looked at a recipe online. So the link will be in the description. But it works. So I'm glad that I tried it. So I'm definitely going to put it in there in just a second. All right, so here's a quick overview of all the ingredients that I'm about to use in my crab linguine. And then my creme fraiche, I'm going to put about a cup of that in there. So I wasn't sure how it's translating. This is almost up to a cup. And I got about this much left in there. So I'm actually thinking about just putting the whole container in there. I know I made 3 of them. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let's mix this up. Anyways. Alright. You see how it's mixing down in there. Making it a little creamier. Okay, not mad at that, not mad at that. From out this container. And then just mix everything up. And you don't have to do, you know, the sauce. I just particularly wanted it to be creamy, but not where the sauce is overpowering the dish. As to why I did that. But of course, you can add as much as you want, or none at all. If you're not gonna do the sauce, at least that pasta water, or you're gonna have some dry pasta. So that is looking real good. Now, with my creme fraiche, this is my second container. So I'm opening this one up for the first time. So you can see what it looks like down in there. I got my pasta, and then I'm gonna add some additional creme fraiche. So I'm gonna do about 2 dollops full. That's about how much I'm doing. Like I said, I don't want too much. And then I'm about to heat this up. Okay. So it's hot. Sit that on in there. And then just kind of take my little meat right here to the side. And just kind of mix it in there. Just making it creamier without making it too soupy, you know. And you see how I just melted down in there real easy. Let's see, a little bit right there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's how it melts down in there. Very easy, and it doesn't curdle up like sour cream, as it said, and as you can see. And what I'm gonna do is sprinkle a little of my parsley in there. I'm gonna take me some additional Old Bay. Why not? Sprinkle that in there. And my pecorino romano cheese. Then make sure my little lump pieces of meat, of crab meat, is up there. And voila. If you want to see the recipe for the crab linguine that I'm putting this in, then make sure you click the link so you can check that out. Also, I made some lamb chops to go with it, as well as some asparagus. So if you want to look at the recipe for that, then you can click that, check that out, as well as learn about the top different cuts of lamb. Also, if you like this look that I have, you can click the link so you can see the makeup tutorial, as well as how I did my hair color and styling. Thank you for watching Cooking with the 𝐾𝐲. Make sure you like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Bye.